Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host, A.D. Walker, the pusher, the grower, the motivator. Appreciate you guys for being here. Another edition. I know it's been a minute. And I realized I didn't even send out the text. I was in the middle of it, and we had such a great uh, before talk. That's my pre-talk, pre-broadcast conversation. So if you're jumping on now, make sure you share. Make sure you share. Make sure you share. Share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. And let the world know that the brothers are on. It's Mental Health Wednesday. Mental Health Wednesday. We have hanging in the wing my brother like no other, Mr. Matt Blessings Genius in the building. Hey Lisa, good morning. Hey. What's up, Jeff? Great to see you, my friend. Started watching your show with what's his name, Larry David. It's interesting. It's interesting. What's up, Mama Corey? Great morning to you. Great morning to you. Share. That's what I like. See there? Be like Lisa and Jeff. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Again, we appreciate you guys for being here. And I'm really disappointed in myself. I didn't send that text out. All right, let's go. We're going to kick this off. So this is your chance to share. We'll be right back. We'll be right back now.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Matt?
Blessings on blessings, man. I'm here, and I
Yes.
feel great.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, I feel great, man.
Feel
It's a good
great.
day. It's a good day.
Yes, indeed. Today is a good day. So again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for rocking with us. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy, where we don't stand out, we stand up. Make sure you share. Let everybody know what we're doing. So before we kick off, let me do this. Let's start out, Matt. TPWG. What is that?
Yes.
TPWG.
So that is a short. I think what they call them
Abbreviation.
Yeah, abbreviation. It's another name for it. I think it's whatever that other name for it. It's not an acronym. It's not.
I was thinking acronym too, like acronym, maybe
acronym.
acronymish.
Yeah. Anyway, I front of blank this morning, but anyway, it's short for the problem with givers.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, the problem with givers is something that I ran into a lot in my life, and also in a lot of the time period of being a therapist, seeing the same thing happening to a lot of us over and over and over and over. There are a bunch of us that personally, that I know personally, and even might be you and myself, that have issues with our giving. Like we give in sometimes very unhealthy ways. And so this is what I used to tell my clients every time this subject came up. I used to be like, man, I got to write a book about this. 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 So I never wrote the book, but I wrote a song about it.
I wrote a song about it.
I wrote here you go, right? Yeah. Alan Greer came out of me, man. I wrote a song about it. Nice. And so this is a song. The song is it's probably one of the longest songs I wrote. It has actually 3 verses instead of 2.
Okay.
Verses. Yeah, but it kind of breaks down what I think the problem with giving or givers are, in a simple form of 16 bars here, 16 bars there.
Right.
But it kind of outlines. I think I'm gonna have to make a part 2 to this, because I didn't talk about some of the other areas that we have problems in with giving. I only kind of tackle one of the main ones, which is how we give outside of our capacity and how it impacts us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's out tomorrow. That's why I'm putting it right now.
Yes, indeed. That's
tomorrow, midnight.
Tomorrow at midnight. So like Thursday, technically.
Yes. Thursday. Yes. Thursday, midnight. All platforms.
All of them.
All of them.
So,
all of them.
so
You know,
yeah,
you
so
can't miss it too. It has a, you know, I did this intentionally. It has like a a really great picture on it.
okay.
This is the picture right there. You can't miss that right there. Boom.
Nice.
You see that right there? That means
Nice.
that's the problem with givers right there.
Nice. Yeah. Out tomorrow at midnight.
Yes,
indeed. All right. So make sure you guys check that out. The
Yes.
problem with givers. I mean, it's today we can transition. It's talking about
go,
being
right?
humble. Look how that works together. Look at that. We didn't even talk about
all things work
right together for the good.
Right?
All right. So we're talking about being humble. Are you humble enough? And I made it pretty broad, about, are you humble enough to admit when you're wrong? Are you humble enough to collaborate with someone else, to collaborate your vision? I think people have what they call their babies. And I think sometimes, especially when it comes to business, maybe it shouldn't be called your baby, because it's way too intimate. Like no one can tell you nothing about something that's too intimate.
Right.
Like, why don't you change it? Well, I made that because my mama, who passed 3 years ago, gave me this symbol. But it's hurting our business.
Right.
So are you humble enough to admit, certain things don't work? Are you humble enough to really be expressive? Are you humble enough? And for me, like when we was talking in the beginning, am I humble enough to really admit that I'm wrong without excuse? Because I always throw that without excuse. Because I was wrong, but are you really taking the L, or are you making an excuse?
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry I hurt you, but
right. You had it coming.
Right. You had it coming. Like, are you really sorry? He said,
right.
Oh, he said, I've never really had a problem with admitting I'm wrong. Okay.
That's good. That's
without a but. No buts.
I didn't even get a chance to say good morning to all those who said good morning. So good morning.
Yes.
You have some really loyal people who come and support.
Indeed.
So I appreciate them coming on. So good morning to all of you guys. Appreciate you guys for always supporting. And like AD said, share. And I know you did, so appreciate you.
Indeed.
Man, I have an issue with the word humble in general.
Ooh, okay. Let's go. Let's start there then.
Out the gate. Right? Out the gate. Yeah, I have a issue with the word humble because of the connotation of what I learned about it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Give some history.
Humble came to me, and I think in a way that made me feel weak personally. It made me feel small, made me feel like I had to one down myself, even though I had more to give at the moment, learning how to, and like I said, it's just maybe specific to me, but the way it came about in my life was just it just made me play small ball,
Okay.
And I think I had to get away from that and learn that a lot of the things that were being attributed to humility were actually strengths.
Wow.
And so I had to change that language, because humble didn't make me feel like when I hear humble, I don't want to run towards it. That's the humble room. Go in that, make a left in the humble room.
Right. Before you cross the threshold, you gotta get on your knees and crawl in there.
Oh man, all this posturing, about what humility, is. And I think sometimes we gotta reverse that. I'm not saying the actions that consist in being humble are the strengths. I think sometimes the end goal is where the strength really is. If you want that end goal, then it's a strength that you use. And I think I had to reframe what it means to be humble.
Right.
And I think for me, it's a strength that I have to exercise. It's a muscle that I exercise because I'm strong enough to do this.
Right.
Sidebar, I love cartoons, and comic books. Yes. And I used to watch a lot of Avengers cartoons,
Okay.
And there's an episode where Hulk, the strongest Avenger, right?
Right.
Hulk had a mishap, and everybody got contaminated with his blood.
Mm.
All the Avengers had Hulk's blood, and all of them were Hulks. Imagine everybody as a Hulk. And so, bro, they were destroying Avengers Tower.
Wow.
You know, anything they touched, they kind of like they didn't know how to hold back all that power.
Right.
You know, and Hulk was looking at them like,
Ain't so easy.
Yeah. It ain't so easy, right? It ain't so easy. You guys always telling me to hold back, you know, too much Hulk smash, you know. Look at you guys. And so what you learn is that the strength is in having the capacity sometimes. And that is a strength. And being able to say, you know what, I'm going to hold that back for the greater good of whatever the thing is. So that's me exercising the strength. You know, and I think sometimes when you even explain that to men, because I think it's you know, a lot of men, we have that ego that makes us feel smaller when you're talking about being humble. You know, sometimes it's even a weakness. And so I think we gotta communicate it as, bro, you are exercising something that a lot of us may not have, which indicates that it is a strength, you know, that you can practice in order to get a different outcome in that moment versus, you know, you reverting to sometimes childlike characteristics of being clumsy, of being fumbly, of being, you know, reckless with your emotions, your thoughts, you know, your ideas, because the strength isn't there to withhold back some of what you think may be important for the greater good of the outcome.
Right. That's good. It's funny that you say, like, you know, when you start off, you were struggling with the word humble.
Yeah.
And I was reading the definition. The definition don't make it any better. It says having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. Like, can I be? I'm important.
Right. But only this much.
Right. Like
only this much.
You know. So it is a struggle. That word.
You ever heard somebody said, "I'm just a teacher"?
Unjust.
I am just a teacher. I'm just a teacher.
I'm just I'm just
a lawyer. I'm just a dentist. That just is where the humility comes in. Oh, you're so humble. You know, you're not just you're not just that. I think sometimes we even use that word to make us feel small. You know, you really sometimes gotta and it feels good to actually know that you're not making yourself smaller. You know, sometimes when we get into spaces and we have to dim our light or bring ourselves down to make another person feel good, doesn't necessarily add to your comfort or make you feel good. And so that equation is still in balance. How it should be is that we should all work towards bringing our best selves to the equation, which means the strength in that best self may be there to withhold certain things when necessary. You know, but coming in with the okay, all right, you know, I did that a lot. And it, you know, sometimes it didn't necessarily add up. You know,
And I think even in organizations, like, you know, like I'm important. I know things. You know, like I'm you know, I'm cool. You know, I respect the authority or rule or whoever the hierarchy, how we break it down, but you know, that doesn't make me less. And I think, like you said, and it's funny that that word humble kind of feels like it takes away your strength. You know, it takes something from you, or it's supposed to make you feel less than, as opposed to, you know, I have strength, I have the confidence, I'm willing to listen, you know, I'm willing to serve. Still while standing up. You know, like,
so you read the definition of humble. Now let me read the definition of arrogant for you, right? It says having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or ability. Exaggerated, you know, and I think even that word exaggerated sometimes give us pause, because why would you want to exaggerate your ability? Right. But we do that with kids all the time. We do that with them all the time. This is amazing. Oh my gosh, you know, because honestly, what it does for them is it gives them the desire to want to repeat that behavior and better themselves to get to the level of that awesomeness. But I think for us, we think, oh, we don't need that. I don't need that. You know, I don't gotta blow smoke. You know, I don't gotta say that, you know, we do it all the time anyway. When we play video games, when we play, you know, sports, you know, we trash talk. That's exaggeration. That's stepping into that. And I think what you notice that happens for you is that you're developing the capacity to sometimes the things that you're saying. If you're talking a good game, sometimes you step up to the plate to back it up. And then when you back it up, you repeat that like, yeah, man, I told you.
I told you.
Hey, I told you. You can't guard me. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You're not, you know? And so there is an advantage to that. But I think what has happened is that we've learned only the disadvantages of humility the disadvantages of the arrogance and the advantages of humility versus the opposite, the advantages of sometimes creating an arrogance about your sense of value, you know, your sense of capacity, your sense of everything, desire, you know, versus the humility, which is the same thing. It still can add value, but it's understanding that humility comes from strength rather than a weak space, you know.
Right.
I'm humble.
That's good.
You know, I want to be, not because
Right.
I'm forced to be in this way, or I'm being coerced to be in this way because of the nature of how everybody else will feel around me. You know, I know when it's time for me to just be quiet and listen. I know when it's my time to sit at the back of the table and wait for the invitation to come up front. You know, I know that there is a difference on how I move in certain spaces when I'm brand new. So I would just listen more, you know.
Right.
People think that's humility. That's wisdom. You know, that's wisdom. Wisdom is a way of exercising the knowledge, you know, the capacity and the strength that you have. You know, how do you use all those things? It's being seen through your wisdom. You know, and so maybe it's not a bad thing to be humble if you see it as a strength. You know, but maybe it's not a bad thing to be arrogant if you're using it outside of the given social understanding of what that is. You know, because there's a definition that's in a book somewhere that people came up and made, but there's also a societal. Oh man, you too arrogant, man. You way too, you know, way too cocky, you know.
Right.
You know, and I think sometimes we add those to, you know, to ourselves and to other people in unhealthy ways, you know. So you have to decide what that word means for you. To be humble for me, it means, you know, exercising of strength. And arrogance just means I love myself enough to highlight the things that I am good at, you know. You know, I can do that without worrying about if me highlighting those things will make somebody else feel small to my left or to my right. That's not my job to protect their emotions. You know,
okay, so you're saying like just I'm you know, I should be confident and not have to worry about how somebody might receive me based on me being great at something.
Right.
Okay.
It's not saying be reckless, because we know there's you know, there's always extremes to that, but it's saying
you
find your I don't have to
push
intentionally point the finger to make somebody feel small to make myself feel good. I know how to make myself feel good by being my cheerleader, you know, by being you know, by being my supporter, by being my fan, by being in love with me, you know, and loving me enough to not feel like I need to be small in order to get into certain spaces, you know.
I got you. That makes sense.
That the key word you said with that though, Matt, to know how to navigate in those given situations is going to be the wisdom though. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom applied will let you know this the given situation. When you think about like when you were breaking down the definitions, the two people that came to my mind was like Barry Sanders and Deion Sanders. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like total opposites of the spectrum. Right. But I do count them both as humble. You know what I'm saying? And Deion lets you know. You know what I mean? He's confident and he's put the work in. Let Deion tell it to back it up. You know what I'm saying? And thus I can now brag about the results. Barry has been on a losing team ever since I've seen him. And it would look awkward for him to be overly celebrating while we're losing so bad. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's wisdom in it all. And we're talking about, you know what I'm saying, two of the very best at their position, top 5, if not the number 1. So it's the wisdom to say, all right, fall back. And then it's the wisdom to say, no, my kids watching. I need them to know how you step into a situation like this. I'm gonna go ahead and step it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's the definition, it's the societal definitions that I think are what's really at play. Like you say, ain't nobody really reading the definition. So no, I'm sorry. That's the first time I heard the definition. But like
No one
you
really
know,
checks him.
everybody else in your head is kind of what is doing it. But just use the wisdom, man. It'll let
Yeah.
you know how to navigate through all
Yeah.
those situations.
Yeah. You know, I think if we were to add into this sentence right here, are you strong enough to be humble? That's a
Right.
different conversation. That's a different
Right.
conversation. You know, more people would be like, okay, it takes strength to be humble, you know, and
Right.
just that quick, you have a different conversation that's happening internally
Yeah.
that may not have happened before, that allows you to now commit to a different understanding of exercising strength to display humility, you know?
Yeah.
So
There was I forget. So one of the greatest acts of humility that I saw, like, you know, televised.
Yeah.
I was watching I believe it was Wimbledon, and Serena Williams was playing, and she was playing that real popular I think she's like Chinese and Haitian kind of, I forget the young lady's name,
yeah.
but she was playing her.
Naomi.
Now she go with a rapper or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
you know, Serena got robbed. What's up, Kaneem?
What's up, Kaneem?
Serena, no, it was like bad calls by, I don't know, that's a
Wow.
line judge. I don't know whatever you call them.
Yeah.
The whole crowd is into it. Oh man, what y'all, they booing the ref or whatever, you umpire,
Wow.
and all of that. And the girl ends up winning and Serena loses. When they go to the podium to do it, the crowd's still booing Serena because they wanted her to win. I think she was chasing like a consecutive title. She was setting a record. She already set, but you know, she quiets them down, tell them chill out. No, I know he just robbed me, but we not gonna rob this girl at this moment. You know what I'm saying? She was strong enough to humble back and say, no, I lost. Let's not take her moment. I know what y'all trying to do. I know y'all saw what I saw, and I feel the same way. But it's over. You know what I'm saying? Let me fall back. Let this girl have fun, because the girl was crying, almost like apologetic that she won. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really messing. And this girl was like 20. It was really messing her up. You know what I'm saying? You can YouTube. It was a crazy moment. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that was big of Serena to kind of just like, let me fall back. You know what I'm saying? I'm very upset. It just happened. But this Grand Slam winner shrunk herself down and realized that, because I still would have been mad at the ref. I wouldn't even see the tears. I would have to go back on YouTube like, oh, old girl crying. You know what I'm saying? So like to be in the moment like that, you know what I'm saying, and humble herself down. And she went and got straightening. She still pleaded her case. You know what I'm saying? She still was on what she was on, but just to not let the young lady lose the moment. I thought it was humble, bro. I thought it was humble.
Definitely. Jeff put a good comment. He said, my uncle was president of Warner Brothers Studios, and he was literally one of the most humble, sweet men you would ever meet. You know, I'm just the president of Warner Brothers.
That's a few dollars.
That's why Jeff was gonna go into acting right there, man.
Right.
You got the plug. You got the plug.
You got the hookup.
Jeff uncle was the president of Warner Brothers, and his daddy had his own car dealership.
Yeah. Come on, Jeff. And Jeff jump on our show every day. Jeff, you humble, bro. I appreciate it, man.
This show keep him humble. This show keep him humble. This show grounded. That's
what's up.
You my dog. I don't care what nobody says.
Nobody, Jeff. I don't care what nobody says. Your ex-wife, nothing, bro. I got you.
He saw 411.
Oh
man, that's funny. He said our natural tendency is to pound our chest. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
you know, and I think that story is incredible, because I think for a lot of us, what we're not recognizing is that society kind of forced the humility onto us, which then has a reverse effect of exploding with anger, projecting it in unhealthy ways without knowing this is what's happening, because you have to show up in this world as smaller than what you feel or what you know, and the capacity sometimes. So that it, you know, imagine the reverse happening. Imagine if Naomi was like disrespectful to Serena, you know, and then, you know, but that's sometimes what we feel in this microcosm of our society. When we move around, we feel like, man, I got to show up small again. You know, I can't say what I want to say again. You know, I can't, you know, I can't even, man, you know, and then, you know, that's when the schism starts to happen. You're wrestling with what is really inside of you, and until that person is free enough, to choose humility, which is a different emotion, which is a different feeling in your body, which is a different spiritual connection, I think. And so that example was definitely that was visual for me, because I saw that one, man. I saw that play out in real time, I think. So powerful.
Yeah, man. And in the hood, they say, you don't make me humble you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's even you'll get humble. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think what's most important, because a lot of people's expectations play out a certain way in here. You know what I'm saying? Like the hardest ones I've seen girls and boyfriend. One time a girlfriend went and got a boyfriend, but they go get big bro who was just sleep on the couch to go fight somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now the whole hood is, well, at least the street of that hood is watching to see if you gonna back up what she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of our culture. But I mean, even as a kid with no sense, I always thought that's a really tough, unfair moment. You know what I'm saying? You end up watching Woody Woodpecker, and all of a sudden you gotta be out here defending the whole pride of the family. I just like, man,
about to get into it.
He might have had to go to the bathroom, bro. You know what I'm saying? He might have been trying to get something to eat. Might have took a pill or something. You never know his state. But all of a sudden, she went and got you. So you supposed to be this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you don't know what you facing when you walk around that corner. You can't look like you can't ask questions, bro. How big is it? What's the situation? Does he have a knife? You can't even. What, you scared? Like, oh, bro, I'm curious. I just want to know.
I need to know
what I'm supposed to see around this corner.
Am I facing Kaneem or am I facing Jeff?
Come on, it makes a difference, man. So it's a tough one, man. Wow. Yeah, that's it. So you got to do that, and then people's expectations, they expect you to win. They expect you to do all that, and you gonna judge yourself based off of what they thought. That's a tough spot to be in, man. So when we kind of get to the point where we are looking to put our stuff out there, like I just want to see what's on the inside come to the outside, and if that come out with the spirit of excellence that I'm hoping to come out with, then I'm gonna be pleased with the results. But when you wait for everybody else to hype you up, it's gonna be a long road, man.
Let me ask y'all that one. I know we probably don't seek it, but do you look for validation at points? Like when you do stuff, when you speak or you teach, mostly like public settings, or do you look for that kind of validation? Like, did I reach them? Did I make an impact? Did what I said matter, or did it fall on deaf end? Or are you arrogant enough to be like, I killed that thing?
For me, I do, bro. Oh, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. Go ahead.
No, for me, I do, but to a limit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. There's no doubt when I'm putting something out there, I want to know if it's making an impact. You feel me? Like, even at my job, I look at dashboards. I want to know is this activity resulting in what I want, right? So I don't think, in my perspective, there's nothing wrong with that to me. You want to know you make an impact, but when it begins to dictate what you do, that's why I couldn't run for like national politics. Like, they took a poll, man. They don't like the black suits no more. On the blue, like, I can't wear black suits because half the nation say he don't look like a president in a black suit. That's the part that kind of like, I don't know about. I want their vote. I want them to know I'm here for them, but like to a limit. But when I'm putting out a product, you know what I'm saying? Pinstripe mean this. Presidents can't wear brown suits. I'm like, come on now, bro. What if that's my favorite color, man? It match my skin tone, man. I feel pretty in brown. You know what I'm saying? So it's like yes, I do want to know what's making a difference. I would love for my kids to be like, boy, this is a really great daddy. I'm not saying that, that stuff it just go past my head, but to a limit, man. If I'm losing sleep, if I'm throwing away clothes, if I can't wear certain things, if I feel like you dictated my life, then I can't go for that. But I'm not gonna act like it don't make a difference.
Nice. Yeah. What's up, Kaneem? Good morning, my brother.
Morning. Well, I mean, I look for validation if I'm doing public speaking, like you just said.
Yeah.
In that narrative, I want some validation.
Yeah.
Did I sound like a fool? Or
That makes sense.
Real tough.
or did any of that reach you? Did it make sense?
Right.
I would like to know because I don't want to go somewhere else and sound like a fool if I sound like one right here.
Wow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Real.
I want to, kind of like step back. What I did wrong or what I said wrong or was my
Right.
delivery wrong? Was my tone out of character?
Right.
Hey, let me go ahead and change some of that for my next speech.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I'm looking at it. But do I
Yeah.
want validation? Yeah.
Yeah. From from certain people. My
Yeah.
wife, you feel me?
Mm. Yeah.
Like that's my love language, affirmation, bro.
Right.
I don't need like I don't know, bro. But
You don't need to be like,
affirmation,
because I know you always said you don't need a big celebration. You don't need.
nah, yeah, nah.
Oh, is he from?
I love the low key stuff. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't had to shout me out at the awards. You know what I'm saying? Want to thank my producer. I don't need that. But you hit me up that 101. Oh, but I love that. I love it. The less exposed it is. Like, like if I had a picture with Barack Obama or he called me 101 or bro text me happy birthday every once in a while, I would love the fact that I never told y'all. I'm weird like that, bro. Like,
Wait,
me
you said you would love the fact that
he never told us. Yeah.
but I ain't never take. But I would love that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
and we found out
it's
randomly.
low key.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
like oh yeah, me, oh yeah, oh
Just scrolling this text
man,
like,
be
how
cool,
long Obama been texting you, brother?
Yeah, that's my
boy.
thing,
Maybe
bro.
at the barbecue. Well,
I had these fantasies like being in the elevator and being the only person that speaks Spanish, and then this lady going to labor. But I can, man, like, bro, my mind go everywhere. But it's always a low key,
That's good.
but I come through type of situation.
I got
Cool.
you.
So I want impact. I want to know that I'm making a difference. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I don't need it like a national validation. I don't need likes and hits or something.
I got
But
you.
the wife, the kids, the homies, like, man, bro, you that dude. Cause I can't. If you tell me I'm the best friend in the world, you ain't even met everybody. How can I really grasp on to being the best friend in the world? But like,
My world, brother.
but in your circle, but you the best husband I
People
ever
I
had,
know,
something
be
like
number
that.
one.
Man, I can rock with that, because I can believe a little bit more. But you ain't even met everybody, man. So I don't. But I'm with it, bro. I like validation. You ain't met everybody, bro. I might be the best technician you've seen at this job in the last year or something. But like, you mean tell me all these folks?
You're the best friend in the world that I done met right now. I mean, you might not be my best friend tomorrow, but right now, in this moment,
I'll take it, man. Give me that.
I'm hearing E suffer in real time, man. Like the way you talk, it just sounds like a part of it is yes, all of us want love, affection, and acceptance, right?
Right.
But I think I want both. I want to be able to give that to myself first. Because when I give it to me first, then it lessens the need and desire for it externally,
Right.
And
Bro,
so
what does that look like though?
Okay, so
man,
I'll give you an example of myself. I want both, right? So want both meaning I do want to be celebrated, but I want to be celebrated like marquee lights. That's my desire.
Right.
Put them up. I want to see my name up there.
Yeah.
Bloom, explosion, fireworks, right?
Yeah.
Because that's commensurate to how I feel about me.
Right.
Okay.
Those two are equal for me,
Right.
And so I will take it all. I will take the low key, hey Matt, man, I appreciate you, because that's still appreciation. All of it has value. All of it's the same. All of it equals those marquee lights for me. That's how big I make it for me. And so when I receive it, it's just like, yes, more, because I've already given myself space enough to give that and receive it.
Okay.
Bro,
so when I celebrate somebody, if I tell you I appreciate you, I really mean I appreciate you, right? Instead of hey, appreciate you, man. And just throw it. If when I say it, I mean it because I've already meant it for me already. I've already given that enough appreciation to where if I'm now connecting with another person, that's what it is. And so, yeah, man, put my name up in lights, man. Super Bowl commercial, me. Tell me how much you love me. Give me a 30-second spot.
That's why I like Mac. That is exactly why I like Mac. We was on the same wavelength
You need a Super Bowl, bro.
Hey, my wife, y'all, if y'all ever in a room with my wife,
Yeah.
and y'all ask her how Kaneem Curvey feels about himself,
Yeah.
she will tell you that man love him some him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hey, because we always talk about it like blah blah blah. I say, sweetie, I love you, and I die for you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna love me first. I just want you.
Right.
I'm gonna love me first.
Oh man.
Then I'm gonna spread that love to you.
Yeah.
What I got left?
I'm gonna always come first in this scenario. Now I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
You should feel the same way, sweetie. You should feel the same way. But I'm gonna come first when it comes to. I'm just saying, I love me some me now.
But yeah, then you. Even when Matt was saying it, like, bro, I peeped like my whole my background has been like real. It's been low key, and I've seen those around me. You know, middle school wasn't the best. Elementary school wasn't the best. That my high school was low key. I ain't go to St. Thomas. I went to Hollandale. You know, there was some places you went that it was as soon as you stepped on the campus. Like if I told all y'all I just graduated from Harvard, you wouldn't ask me my GPA. You wouldn't, my favorite teacher. That's it.
You was there.
Bro, I hope you got the T-shirt up out of there. You feel me? Like that's it. I didn't go to those schools. I wasn't from that neighborhood. I wasn't from that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like all my stuff was like at the bottom, and in the bottom, I saw a lot of great men and women. Man, I saw a lot of people that I'm like, if this guy got on the national stage, boy, this would be a fool. Some of our best athletes dropped out 9th grade. The park games was off the chain. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, we call them hallway Heisman's. Like, if bro could have got his grade straight,
nice.
If his mom and daddy could have figured that thing out, if bro could have been in school, y'all talking about this guy, man. Let me show you what I saw him do at the park. You feel me? So it makes me when I grow up, I guess it's still locked in there, and I've seen that's why the one-on-one love comes in that, because I've seen great men and women not get the Super Bowl commercial. You know what I'm saying? So give me this level. You know what I'm saying? I can touch it a little bit more.
Let me challenge that.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send you a text message when it's over with, appreciating our friendship. This is gonna be one-on-one now. It's gonna be elegant words I'm gonna put in that text message.
I'm in there, bro. I need all that.
I think what we do in that equation right there is we're comparing ourselves, man. I can see greatness outside of me that doesn't have to be inside of me. I can celebrate Michael Jordan and never done. You know what I'm saying? I can celebrate Mike, LeBron, and never. I'm not that great. I think great isn't just one thing, and I think that's what we've done very well. We've made greatness a person. We made greatness a sport. A sound. A look. To where when you see it, it's outside of you, so you can't see the greatness that's yours inside of you. Because you've been looking outside for so long that the trick is that I don't mirror any of that, so therefore I must not be great. And that's not true, man. That's not true.
How I do? I wake up every morning and tell myself I look good like 10 times. How do I kind of, you know what I'm saying? Turn it to that more healthier way.
For me, I'll speak for myself, and then Matt could probably break down the social skill with it, because even Jeff was like, what does self-love look like? I know for me, just to not wake up on the wrong side of the bed, I do the you great, you got this, this is gonna be a great day, kind of, you can handle this, you're doing good, man, we got blah blah, I try to mention things that are happening, the good stuff, like you got this going on, this is happening, it's gonna be a great day. But it's kind of it's my pump up to get going, to push myself, because you have the moments where things don't go right, and if you're already dumping on yourself, you got other stuff dumping on you, you're not gonna be in a good space, because I've been in that as well. So I've had to kind of lift myself up so I can take the challenge, right? Positive self-talk, just the affirmations and things of that nature, but not as a, I don't know, like a robotic autopilot thing, but just sincerely meaning it. And of course, you guys, when you guys mention certain things, it helps. I think I'm with Matt. I mean, I was at first. I was kind of like you, E, low key, but I like that marquee thing. Like A.D. Walker.
Yeah, man. Let's bring them out. Let's bring them out, man. Let's bring them out with some theme music this time. Theme music in the background. You know?
Right. You know, I think I do a cartwheel onto the stage. Like, yeah,
right?
You know.
Pump them up, pump it. Arsenio Hall, man. Let's get it, man.
I have never looked at myself as less than. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
When I was a little teenager, like 13, 14, I thought I was the man. You know what I'm saying? Like even though everybody I hung around was older than me, and I was the youngest in the group, because I could hold my own with these other dudes who was 17, 18, 19, and I was 13.
Right.
I thought I was the man. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do what they doing.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm doing better than what they doing. Because I know how to move through these weeds, and they still get hit upside the head. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was just like, I just always felt like I was. Well, I ain't gonna curse, but I felt like I was the man. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Y'all, I can't even take the birthday song, man. Y'all boys strong, man. It's too much attention for me.
Let me add.
I don't like it. I duck. Don't come over here clapping happy birthday. No, don't even do that. But I can't say none of that. Come over here, bro. Me and my wife had a big one. That I think was year 2. I told her I don't do that thing. Had all her sisters in unison, sung it all Pentecostal too. I was like, look here, man. I try don't throw Jesus on it and think I'm gonna accept it. No, I don't want a birthday song. You know what I'm saying?
Like this.
What I'm hearing you say is, don't tell me you love me. Stop telling me you love me. You care about me. Stop telling me you're special. Stop telling me that I'm awesome. Stop making me feel special. You know,
it's like this, man. I don't do it, but cater it to me though. Like I don't need a big Facebook post. I don't post nothing about myself. You feel what I'm saying? So to do it that way, it makes me feel. I hate feeling trendy.
Are you?
You know what I'm saying?
Are you a fan of any team, any sport?
Yeah, I like the Heat.
Like the Heat, right? So that means player stats and you know the greats and all that stuff. If you're a Heat, especially if you're a Heat lifer, meaning if you've been with the Heat for a while, you can go back to Zoe days, to
Tim, all them boys.
Tim Hardaway, right?
There
you go, right? Even the white guy. What's the big white guy?
Thunder Dan.
Thunder Dan, right?
Yeah.
The issue with that is that sometimes what we have been programmed to do is get to know others, things outside of us so well that we can be a fan of them, right?
Okay.
We can love them. We can celebrate them. Bro, downtown in the 2000, and when Heat was winning 2011, 12. I was downtown with the pots. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
If you only do guys from Miami understand what that means,
Yeah.
Celebrate that. You get the pot and pan, you knock on, go in, right? So I was downtown, celebrating them. But when was the last time you celebrated yourself on a win like that?
Right. Okay.
That means you've studied, you've analyzed, them, things externally of you so much that it's easy to celebrate them. We don't know ourselves well enough to celebrate us. You don't know enough about you. You haven't paid that much attention to you to say, man, my back is strong, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
You've been holding me down. Oh, hey, listen, these shoulders right here, you know what I'm saying? These fingers. Come on now.
Put that work in.
Yeah, man.
I tell my wife that all the time.
I'm kind of like Neem, man. Like he had I just ain't had it. I can't say it as strong as Bruce said it. I had moments at 15 where I'm still impressed with myself. You feel me? I did some impressive things. And then I had moments at 17 where I was like, that sucked. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been in and out of what bro feel like, and is most of the times. I mean, when I feel like I did a thing the way that I would want it done, like I saw it in here this way, and it came out that way. I said it just how I thought I was gonna say it. I performed just how I thought. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes out that way, I'm super proud. When it come out opposite, I'm like, yeah. So, if I can run that back, you feel me? So,
right.
I don't know. I've been there, but defining success will probably help.
What time? How much time do you spend in the mindset of when you don't versus when you hit? Me, I'm always playing my highlights. That's why I love the 2-minute drill on ESPN when they used to have, the guy who used to be like run through the entire Sunday for me. I don't got to watch all games.
Chris Berman, whoop.
Chris Berman, that's it, man. Whoop, right? Just give me so I run those highlights, man. I run my own highlights so that I can hype myself up. I can feel like I'm running through that gate. I give myself.
Are we deceiving ourselves if we only play the highlights?
Why would I only play the highlights? You know what I'm saying? I play it as much as I need to play them so that it can get me to the space of motivation. That doesn't mean that I don't spend time analyzing and understanding, we don't got to go to the extreme of either one. This is balance, That's why I said, how much time do you spend playing the other ones versus playing your highlights?
Right.
Honestly,
I play mistakes much more.
Exactly. Honestly, you play your highlights probably like 1%,
Right.
So if you could give it at least 10%, what difference would it make in your day-to-day?
I'm gonna try that, bro. I like that. Just yeah. Just try to go it up just a little bit. Just entertain it a little more.
Man. Make yourself a stat card.
I don't play my failures enough because I got too many highlights.
Bro, you always won, bro. You got it right.
I gotta play my failures a little bit more, man.
Bring you down a notch. I gotta come down a notch. I'm here right now. I'm here right now, brothers.
I'll be in the clouds. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Hell yeah. I can't even remember the last time I got something wrong.
Like how Jeff be getting on me about that 1,500.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I told him to slow down on you, bro. You weren't here that day though.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I made some mistakes, but after I made them mistakes, I learned from them, and I earned tenfold from that mistake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's nothing worse than a repeated mistake, man.
Right.
I'd have been in my situation like, how did I do that again? He was just a little bit taller. How you see that? You know what I'm saying?
Jeff said, I think I celebrate myself when I'm lean, eating right, exercising, looking good. The other 95% of the time, I'm on the struggle
bus, baby.
I'm
gonna try to get off, Jeff. I'm sitting in the back, man, but I'm gonna try to get off. Matt gonna have me take it up to 10%.
Just in case you forgot, he said, "Oh yeah, commercial break."
See, Jeff, you ain't right, bro. You ain't right. You ain't right, bro.
I open the gate on that one.
Oh man. So, listen, this has been a good conversation. We don't really have to stop by just taking a pause. So we're talking about, are you humble enough? We're talking about self-talk and pushing ourselves. Okay. There we go. And how to kind of self-talk your way into a better space, because a lot of times we can, if we don't play the highlights, and man, I've had moments that lasted too long. You're like, gosh, I need a win. I can't even think of a win right now. You just get kind of caught up and stuck in a space where the negative perpetuates. Like I've been in that headspace that you just can't shake it. And I've had those moments. So how do you shake yourself out of those moments when you're replaying all the highlights, the downlights? So how do you the stuff that wasn't so good, when you're replaying the mistakes, or you replaying the bad decisions, how do you, what's one of the ways to kind of shift it or pull yourself out of that?
That sounds like a Matt question.
Yeah. I think you got that too, man, because what you said earlier is that you celebrate yourself a lot, right? I think for those who are on the opposite spectrum of playing those negative highlights, what they got to do is slow down. They don't have to stop automatically. Just do it less. You don't got to start doing something, that you're not necessarily used to doing or feel comfortable for you doing. Just do what you've been doing less. Meaning occupy your mind in other ways to where your mind isn't so heavy on just like boom, punching down on you, like making you feel small. So when your mind does go there, find something positive to think about, not necessarily praising yourself, but think about a happy moment. You know, think about a time when you were, when you were fly, when you had on that 3-piece suit, or a time when you were, in high school or college and you did something that was amazing. Think about a family member that made you laugh. Anything that will get you outside of playing that tape negative, like beating you down. Man, you still ain't do that, man. You gonna, and that I'm not saying it's that voice. That's my voice.
Right.
Matt, you still ain't gonna do that,
that's Matt negative voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Mine is the New York. Come on, son. You still on that? Chill, B. Get out of that headspace, son. Bug it.
That part.
Yeah, man, that's funny. Yeah, man. All you gotta do is slow it down.
You farted in church.
All you gotta do is slow it
pictures.
down, man.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is slow it down. Slow yourself down from going full speed in a direction that's gonna allow you to crash hard.
Right.
Just slow it down. Slow it down a little bit, man.
Right.
It makes you a lot happier, man, when you celebrate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not as down on yourself, and that negative energy is not, in your personal space, like, because you feel it, and your wife feel it, your kids feel it, all that. You know what I'm saying? So when you thinking about it like that, it's not healthy for your family environment. So when I'm celebrating myself, my whole family see me beaming, and so like they like, hey, I want to beam too. You know what I'm saying?
What you got going
on? You know what I'm saying? So that way we all up and chippery, and you know what I'm saying? Because it's like if I'm down or if the wife down, that's the thermostat of the household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that raises the temperature or lowers the temperature. So me and the wife, we always celebrating each other. Just little victories. I got me a new client today. We high-fived and danced all the time. We got a client today. We got a client today. You know what I mean? I mean, those are little small victories. You know what I'm saying? But we celebrate them. You know what I mean? Oh, you got a check? I got a check, baby. I got a check, baby.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
we always celebrate. It's like an everyday thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's good though. That's good.
I'm gonna get on that, man. That's my 2023, man. I'm on it.
Celebrate. It's a celebrate.
Every victory celebrate.
Right.
Yeah. I think I told you guys about that song that I'm working on called "I'm Happy for My Brothers."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you already got it finished. Well, let me ask you.
It's not finished yet. It's
you got the lyrics. You got the lyrics wrote.
All of it is written down. All of it's written down. I just need to get somebody on the chorus to sing the chorus for me.
I got you.
So,
You gonna handle AD?
I got
AD. He don't need to charge that much.
The whole song is
Don't
going
do that.
in.
Get in.
The whole song is going in on how I appreciate my brothers. How I, a celebration of us.
Right.
So I think what we don't do enough is celebrate each other. I remember when it was this little clip on this movie. I can't remember the movie. I think it's I can't remember the movie, but I think the guy from Atlanta was on there. He played on there, and they were going back and forth, complimenting each other. Two black men complimenting each other. That scene right there it makes me so happy. Like, man, why don't you have an excellent day, huh?
That was funny.
Your suit looking really sharp, I like to see how we can do more. I would love to see how we can do more of that. That exchange. That is a humility, to actually see greatness and
somebody else.
Highlight that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
In real time,
right.
That's when we murder. That's when we murder the haters.
Gotta murder the haters.
Not murder the haters.
Gotta murder them.
That's how you murder the haters.
Everybody did. Yeah.
Bang! I did a drive-by on these haters today. High five.
For real. Oh boy, crazy.
Oh man, okay.
You're right. There you go, Jeff. Murder
with love. I didn't finish. I did not finish.
They just ain't gonna die.
They ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. With love.
Oh man.
All right. So listen, we appreciate you guys for being here. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. This was good. I needed this. Thank you guys for sharing and being a part of all that we do. That's good right there. He said cap with love.
Yeah.
So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. What? Okay, Rich. That is not Thomas. If you're talking about again, that's not Thomas.
All good.
That's that genius right there, brother.
We all don't look alike.
I know what you meant, Rich.
What are you going there?
He did it last time. And I
didn't realize it until Matt said
I see where you going with it, Rich.
I
Rich is still top 3 though. He won that number 1 spot, but until you get everybody right, Rich, you number 3.
That's Matt Genius.
I asked him in the comment. I was like, "Yo, did he just call me Thomas?"
I was like, nah.
Not only did he call you Thomas, he called you Thomas Cotton.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. It's the eyes, man. I got it. It's the eyes.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go. Jeff said I'm out. He said, okay, I'm done. All right.
Yeah, correct.
It was called. All right, we go. Listen.
All right, fella. Hey, y'all have a good day, man.
Right,
yes, sir.
Deuces, man.
Man, always good.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting on my text, bro.
All right, I'm about to send it to you.
Okay,
right.
Bet. Whole bunch of affirmations.
There it is. I need it.
I love it.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
Have a good one. We're about. That's what Brothers Legacy is about. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Dial 988 if you or someone you love is having a mental health crisis. Dial 988. Thank you guys for being a part. This is a great broadcast. Richard crawling in his hole. So we got love for you, Rich. Tomorrow, same time, same channel. Make sure you tell somebody that you haven't told them about that you love them. Call somebody, call a relative. They appreciate you. We see you tomorrow. That's it. I'm done. I can't say it. We out.